Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we're talking about politics, which is what everybody's talking about these days. I mean, it's primary season and 2019 is pretty much next door. So I still have you with me, Leonard, Ebute. Let's zero in on the PDP. And I want to start off with the Senate president. I mean, he's had his fair share of drama, starting from the day he took office in June 2015 to the date. There's been one drama after the other, and right now it seems there might be talks about impeachment from his colleagues in the Senate. We don't know how strong that still is going to be, but most importantly, there's a lot of talk about the fact that he might be running for office. First of all, do you think he's going to run for president?
Well, I think he should. I don't know if he will.
Why do you think he should?
Because right now there aren't a lot of contenders out there that are superior to him. In the ranks of the PDP, it is zoned to the north, so the zoning favors him. It is also clear to me, with how he came into power and how he has navigated what we can now call persecution, because he went to court and he won all the way up there. So it's proof that the allegations were legally false. How he has navigated that terrain with and retained his seat in the Senate, created a sense of balance in there, that at least he understands the politics of Nigeria. And I've always contended that one of the biggest problems of the Buhari administration is his lack of understanding of the political side of things. That's why he has majority in both houses, and yet cannot seem to navigate his way through, because the political competence required to so do, he doesn't have. And as a sitting president, that's your most important skill set for running an economy like Nigeria. And so, in my honest opinion, I'm not holding brief for Saraki, but I think he has demonstrated his competence, politically speaking. Now, whether or not he can be the engine of growth in other aspects of leadership, like economy, education, infrastructure and all, is a different debate. But I do not see anybody on the lineup that is superior to him.
You don't think Atiku is superior to him?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because Atiku, yes, he was a vice president of this country. But in all fairness, it is much easier to be a vice president than to become a Senate president. Because you have to win the election to become a senator, and then you have to run an election within the House to become Senate president. To be vice president, like Osinbajo did, all you need to do is piggyback on a very popular candidate and have popular support for the principal.
But don't you think he has built political sort of goodwill and strength
talking about
since
Atiku.
2007? Yes.
Yes, Atiku is a strong contender. I did not imply that Saraki is superior to any of the candidates. I'm simply making the point that he's not inferior to the best of them on that lineup. So, and I do not mean on this platform to express a preference for any candidate. If I have to do it, it will be neither. That's my own opinion for now. But what I think will happen is that if the PDP as a party allows for a free and fair presidential primaries, a very, very strong candidate will emerge. A very, very strong candidate will emerge.
Looking at those in the field now with the PDP, I mean, Saraki is definitely running. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Atiku is definitely running. I think McCarthy from Kaduna. Kwankwaso has. I don't know if he's come out.
Yes, he is.
He has come out to Dankwambo as well. Saraki and Tambuwal seems to be the only two who are still. I mean, it's sort of an open secret, but they haven't officially come out to say that they will be running. All Northerners. Depending, I mean, there are 3 regions in the north, but they are all from the north now. Looking at all these candidates, who would you call, like you say, a strong candidate?
Well, I can talk about the kind of candidate that I want. I want someone that has proven private sector competence. I want someone that has proven public service competence, and someone that has proven political competence. And if I put all of this together, it is not all of the candidates that qualify. There are a few strong ones. Atiku, from his resume, is a businessman. He's been a public servant and he's been in politics. We could say the same for Saraki, who is a doctor and a few other things before he became a politician. Dan Kwambo is very strong in that lineup, with his work with PwC, his work in public service as the auditor, the accountant general of the federation, and now his political clout being a governor of the state for 2 terms. These, you know, and a few others in the lineup. I want to see a candidate that has all of these 3 and that is not too old for us to worry about whether he can walk 800 meters. That's my honest opinion. I do not want a president that I have to worry about his physical health.
Yeah.
So that we can focus on the real thing, his mental health, his mental capacity, his aptitude for doing this job. Someone mentioned that Nigeria is on life support. Peter Obi, I believe, was quoted as saying Nigeria is on life support, and I believe that. I just came back from the Middle Belt after 2 months. It is extremely important for us to know that Nigeria is only one of 18 countries in the world where poverty is rising. And Nigeria is officially the poverty capital of the world. We just inherited that position from India. Now today, India, every second, 9 people escape from absolute poverty. In Nigeria, every second, 6 people fall into absolute poverty. That's over 30 million in a year. So it is just impossible to sustain the rate at which poverty is increasing in Nigeria. And therefore, we need to look at candidates who can rescue, in the real sense, not bring change, because change, like we know, can be explained in many different ways now, but that can actively focus on the things that will affect the Nigerian on the street. We don't want the politics of regionalism, of division. We don't want even cooperation. We want action in infrastructure.
Some people say that these are all sort of things that you find a lot of middle-class Nigerians wanting, but the reality of things on ground is completely different. Yes, poverty is rising, which is why some people say some of these politicians enjoy it, because they're able to
They've weaponized poverty,
weaponize poverty and use it to win elections. Now, but let's